Shikichi knows who fucking did it. Up What Nerdigans, this is the one and only Packer Girl 89, and today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Detective Conan chapter 1045, and oh my god, so last chapter, we definitely have confirmed that we got a serial killer on the loose, and he's killing motherfucking shogi players, but, at the end of the chapter, though, Shikichi went to the guy who did it, went to the suspect's house, or actually the one who did it, and told him to confess. I was just like, what? How the fuck? Well, obviously Shikichi gonna know because he in the world of shogi. Anyway, let's get to this chapter and see what happens next. And this chapter is titled "The Mage's Hand." Hot off the press, professional shogi player serial killing takes a sudden turn in this third file. 3 crime scenes, 3 shogi boards, a serial killing case targeting professional shogi players. The shogi boards that were left at the scene of each murder. The one that was left at the site of Nikishido, whose bludgeoned corpse was discovered at the villa where he had been hiding amidst allegations of match rigging, was a shogi board with one leg cut off. The one that was left near the head of Genda, whose strangled corpse was discovered at an apartment complex in Bega district, was a shogi board with 2 legs cut off. And immediately after that, from the scene of the fire where Kishimoto's corpse was discovered in his burned home, they found a shogi board with 3 of the legs cut off. The bodies of 3 professional shogi players' shogi boards missing their legs. 3 suspects, and yet suspicious are the people who left the victim Genda alone at the apartment unit where the second murder took place. Those 3 who left to buy things. Hisui Numa Kosuke had gone to a coffee shop to pick up a hot coffee for each of them. As for Katsumata Mina, she bought freshly baked bread, and Uryu Shoko had purchased ice cream. Everyone drank Hishinuma's san's coffee in the entranceway of the apartment building before going to the scene of the crime, but they said the coffee's taste had gone downhill, and it was lukewarm, didn't they? That being the case, it seems he could have made it with instant coffee mix if he used hot water that had cooled down, but the water heater and electric kettle were broken, so there would have been no way to obtain hot water. The electric stove didn't have any residual heat, which means there was no trace that it was used to boil water, so he couldn't have made the coffee. The same can be said about the freshly baked bread Mina-san bought. It's a bit strange that she wasn't able to buy the fried curry bread, which is the most popular, but in that room, which didn't have a microwave oven, you couldn't heat it up at all. What about the ice cream that Shoko-san bought? It seems like it was indeed cold, but if there was a cooler box, she could have stored the ice cream that she had purchased beforehand in it and kept it cool. But when they arrived at the room, none of them were carrying much. It's hard to imagine someone had brought anything like that. Moreover, only Genda-san and Mina-san had a room key, and since they had said they had met up at the shogi hall and then come here together, Shoko-san couldn't have come beforehand to stash a cooler box. Of course, Hishinuma-san couldn't have stowed a thermos or anything either. In the first place, could any of the 3 of them have been able to kill Kishimoto, whose body was found burnt in his burned down house? I don't think it's any of them because of what we saw at the end of last week's chapter. I don't think it's possible. From the time everyone discovered Genda's strangled corpse in the Bega district apartment building, up to the time the topic of the depressed Kishimoto's residence came up after Detective Sato and the others had arrived at the scene and begun investigating, and the location was pointed out through the window, at which point we realized that Kishimoto's house was on fire for those 3 hours straight. The 3 of them were with us the whole time. Well, they could have, set, a time release kind of thing or something, but I doubt that's the case. It seems like Kishimoto, whose body was found at the scene of the fire, was dead before the fire started, judging by the body's apparent lack of reaction to it. Based on what Detective Yuminaga said about the rectal temperature not have fallen, there's a high likelihood that he was still alive right up until just before the fire started. So, for any of those 3 to have killed Kishimoto would be impossible. The thing is impossible! Huh? What's impossible? This Gacha machine, the day before yesterday, the number 1 capsule came out, and yesterday the number 2 capsule came out. I was thinking for sure that today would be the number 3 capsule, but the number 1 capsule came out again. I bet it's rigged so that the number 3 won't ever come out. This gacha machine. Gentakan, things don't always come out in order like that in the real world. If I give it a good shake, and I bet it come out. You'll get in trouble. Please, there's no need to get so worked up over a gacha machine. What's this? Don't tell me you're interested in the gotcha machine, too. No, nothing like that. I feel like I just stumbled I just stumbled across some huge hint, which is usually the case with this manga. A call from Yumi-san? Hello, Yumi-san. What's wrong? What? Taiko Majin hasn't been home? Since last night? That's right, last night he said... Oh, no! He better not be dead! I swear to God, I'm gonna be so pissed if he's dead! That's right, last night he went out saying, I'm meeting an acquaintance and I'll be home late, so I fell asleep without waiting for him to come home, but he wasn't there when I woke up. I thought he must have come home and just left again early in the morning, but when I tried to ask around, I couldn't find him anywhere. What about the homes of the 3 shogi players? Yeah, I called them, but all 3 said they didn't know where he was. I thought maybe you knew, so I called you. Come to think of it, he did have a strange expression after we'd found the body and were waiting for the police. Don't tell me you figured something out! Yes, thank you! Hey, was there anything strange about Taiko Meijin when you went home from the apartment where the murder occurred? Well, I wouldn't say it was particularly strange, but when we left the apartment building with those 3 shogi players, Chikichi suddenly went back inside saying he'd forgotten something. When you returned, I asked, what'd you forget? And he replied, oh, it was nothing, my bad. What was that? What the heck did the Meijin... Well, it's fine. I'll try calling someone else. Oh, wait. Looks like it really caught him off guard to be suspected of having an affair. He had been loyal after all. I only tailed him a little, so what did you do? Please shut up. I only tailed him a little, you say. You aren't a detective, though. Aw, isn't that nice? You two are so buddy-buddy. No. Just last night, Nico-chan and I had a big fight over a difference in opinion again. That's because you laughed and made fun of me when I put cream stew on top of the rice. Well, normally you wouldn't pour it on top, wouldn't you? Would you? It's not curry, after all. It's all the same once it's in your stomach. Plus, I only have to wash the bowl. They're so lovey-dovey, it's ticking me off. I love them together so fucking much. I'm so glad they got together. Thank fucking Manga Jesus for that. Where am I? If I remember correctly, I went to see that person last night. The truth is, I've come to suggest that you turn yourself in. Why don't we take our time and talk inside for now? Don't tase me, bro. Don't tase me, bro. And at least he's still alive. Thank fucking Manga Jesus. I would have been so pissed if he was dead. If Shikichi turns out dead by the end of this arc, I'm gonna be really goddamn mad. Cause no. So I've been knocked out by a stun gun and now I'm in the situation, huh? My hands are tied behind my back, but my smartphone is still inside my back pocket. I can just about get it out, but I don't think I can make a call. They look quite irritated. Seems like they're waiting for the police to announce that. However, I've already thwarted that winning move of yours. How rare. For me to get a call from you, boy. From Shinchan? What? Shikichi's missing? After getting involved in a murder case? Yeah, it's possible Taiko Meijin found out who the culprit was and went to see them. Kai's getting involved! Yes! Since all 3 suspects are professional shogi players, just like him, maybe he wanted to persuade them to turn themselves in. Anyway, tell me the details of the case. Can you switch to loudspeaker so I can listen in on the conversation as well? I've got plenty of free time. Yes! Papa's gonna get involved! Yay! You have the world's foremost deduction fanatic to make use of to your heart's content. I see. The number of legs on the shogi board decreases with each successive victim, huh? But you already realize that the number of legs is a red herring, right? Yeah, but as I said before, those 3 have an alibi. You said that Akai-kun's younger brother noticed something, but what made you think so? If I'm not mistaken, when the Meijin was trying to peer past the people in front of him and catch a glimpse of the corpse, his hand touched the kitchen counter. He clutched his hand as if he had touched something hot or cold. I don't know which one it was. The look in his eyes changed right after. What were the objects on the kitchen counter at that time? There wasn't anything significant, you know. There were 2 ice cube trays, a blender, and a toaster, I think. Wasn't there, though, something that could create an alibi for one of those 3 people, magical tool? What are you talking about? There wasn't anything like that. That's it. At any rate, this situation calls for urgency. Meet up with the Kai-kun and confirm his younger brother's safety. I leave it to you, Edogawa Conan-kun. Yeah, I got it. Who do you think? So now it's possible that one of them did it. I got a feeling it's the bread person. It's gotta be her. Because there's the toaster oven and shit. That would make so much sense. But anyway, it's been been a while, boy, since I met you with this face. Not like we had a choice there. There was no time for your disguise. Although Yukiko-san definitely looked like she wanted me to. And I assume you have a lead on my younger brother's whereabouts? I think he's being confined inside the culprit's home, but it seems that they moved recently, and all I have to go off is their cell phone number. They answered when Yumi-san called this morning, so I thought I could call them and get them to divulge their address, but it seems they're being more cautious now. They won't answer my calls at all. Of course, I also called the Meijin smartphone, but it says it's turned off. Perhaps he's anticipated getting caught by the culprit. Perhaps he anticipated getting caught by the culprit, so he left a smartphone behind since it was information on people who are close to him. As his elder brother, though, I'd rather he anticipate how not to get himself caught. Where are you calling? My younger brother's other smartphone. Used exclusively for private conversations between the two of us. Because just like a certain high school detective, I'm supposedly dead. A call? From my brother! Yes! Oh, he picked up. Really? Say, it looks like you've been waiting on something for a while. Since we're both shogi players, and we have time to spare after all, shall we have a match? Blindfolded shogi match with myself, the Meijin. Akai Shukichi on the move! Anita Shukichi, fearless! The resolution coming next chapter, we have to wait a fucking week! Ugh! Damn it! This better have a good conclusion, and it should, because Akai's on the scene. Oh my god, I'm so happy Akai's on the fucking scene! This shit is getting lit. And, I wonder if we're gonna remember what happened, the end of last arc and kind of at the beginning of this arc. I hope it's gonna all tie into that. That would be really goddamn interesting and really goddamn cool if that happens. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. Who do you think did it? But anyway, if you like what I'm doing and want to help keep this channel alive, so I can keep bringing you more Detective Conan content, there's a few ways you can do that. You can donate to my PayPal, Patreon, GoFundMe, purchase something on my Amazon wishlist. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, friend me on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye!